Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Mortuary. I am the Mortician, and today I thought I'd do a gear review. It is for starter gear. The reason I really like to do like starter gear is because there's not a lot of people who like review cheap amps or cheap effects or anything like that. So that's why we're doing more of these. Well, I do more of these than anything. So what I got here, which you can't really see, I'll get in frame, is the Johnson Reptone 15. This amp is super cheap. You can find this thing for about $40 on eBay. I picked mine up for about 20 from a friend. He just needed some money, so who am I to say no? It's actually not that bad. We're gonna run through each of the things on the knobs. This might be a little more difficult because I do not have my old webcam set up, but we have. I'll just say it. I'm not gonna be able to get it on camera. We have an input, starting from left to right, an input, gain, overdrive switch, master, treble, middle, bass, foot switch, which I guess this has a foot switch, even though this only has one effect, and headphones, which is a 1/4-inch headphone jack. And then we have the power on and off. This has this. It has a metal grill plate, which is kind of cool. It's covered in cloth. I don't know what kind of fabric this is, but it's kind of disgusting. Like if you don't take care of it, I can feel this thing like just caking on dust and shit. Relatively small. I haven't really cranked it yet. But from what I've been playing, it sounds pretty good for $40. Pretty much the thing you have to keep in mind is like, don't go so heavy on the bass with this thing because this bass knob is fucking crazy. The bass you get from this is insane. The cleans aren't really that great, but they're doable for $40. There's not really too much to say. This is as basic of an amp as you can possibly get. So without further ado, I'm going to slap demos for this. I'm going to do one clean and then one overdrive, and then I'm going to use my metal muff for a third pedal just to get, just to show you what you can do with this thing. All right. So thank you guys for watching. Enjoy the demos. So, what can we say about this amp? I can already hear the people belly aching. Well, Cam, it doesn't sound good. Well, I said it sounded good for $40. Like I said, don't expect to get killer tones or anything out of this. This is for like the beginner, like the beginnerest beginner to ever beginner in the history of beginner. That's who this amp is for. Personally, I kind of dig it. Because I've always been a fan of like I really like tone, but I also kind of like the crappy sounds of like when you first starting to play guitar. I never really got that. I pretty much jumped right into guitar with a pretty decent amp, and I jumped into guitar with a pretty decent guitar. So I kind of have this soft spot for like beginner amps like this one. Can I recommend it? Not And I repeat, and I'm going to emphasize, and you're going to fucking understand that I do not recommend this for someone like me or someone else who's more of an advanced player, unless you just want an amp to screw around with or just practice with and bullshit with, or maybe even, I don't know, set it on fire and shit on its remains. I'm still going to use this. I definitely won't be recording with this, though, mainly because I don't have a amp with the headphone jack quite yet. But it's it's definitely a starter amp, so definitely worth the $40 if you're a beginner. Like, if you want to get focus more on getting a good guitar rather than a good amp, just get a good guitar, grab this one for $40. And then later down the line, you'll definitely be able to upgrade to a $100 amp like a Line 6. Sorry. But, you know, so that's my verdict. You're not going to get anything great out of it. Don't expect something great, as you clearly heard, which, by the way, all those demos completely unequalized, no compressor, nothing, straight amp. So that's what the amp sounds like. So don't expect for killer things. All right. Even with the metal muff, it really couldn't cover that dampened sound, but that's my review. 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. Unless you're a beginner. Pretty good. $40. Can't go wrong. Bye.